fellow citizens. I'd like to tell you a story, something that's close to home. Where I come from, flooding is always expected. Apparently, it's caused by the loss of our catchment area. For those who are not familiar with the term, in a nutshell, it's actually a green area that catches, naturally, and stores the rainwater. Like most of you, I too lived in an urban area. But how it is now is nothing like what it was back then. Our city used to be very small. Houses were surrounded by trees, parks, and forests. These areas protected us from any kinds of flooding and gave us clean air. But as the years passed, and of course, thanks to the fabulous economic development, our city kept expanding. Now we get more offices, more schools, and more markets. The park where we used to play is now replaced with pavements and buildings. Green areas got smaller and smaller to make way for the concrete jungle. It didn't stop there. As the rain poured down, there was hardly enough catchment areas to catch it, so it started drowning our living spaces. Students couldn't go to school, offices were closed, transportations were blocked. Everyone was simply trapped. Not only did it cost us financially, but in extreme cases, it costed human lives. This makes me wonder, do we really have to suffer from flooding to develop our economy? Do we have to sacrifice our catchment area to expand our city? Isn't there another way? Can't we develop our city into a catchment area? After living and studying in the Netherlands, now I do know that there are at least 3 things we can do to transform our urbanized city into a rain-absorbing area. The first one is by paving our roads with permeable materials. Asphalt or brick pavements can be made porous by having lots of holes in it. So it acts like a drain in your sink or shower, but with more holes that are much smaller. The second one is to make wadi or infiltration ditch in the remaining green areas. Grass are grown on top of gravels covered with a thin layer of soil that can absorb water very fast. And last but not least, we have the green roofs, which is basically having a wadi on your rooftop, but on a smaller scale, of course. Pretty simple, right? So the next time you want to build your house, or if the roads in your neighborhood will be renovated, make sure you remember these: permeable pavements, wadis, and green roofs. Unfortunately, my city is not the only one that's losing its catchment area. Probably it's happening with your city too. As more areas are urbanizing globally, the idea of a city serving as a catchment might be worth considering. In conclusion, I would like to leave you with a question rather than solution. My question is, why don't we design our urban areas to catch rain? Why not?